Today's episode is Childish Grandma misbehaves at Dunkin Donuts, throws a baby fit, and gets grounded by Ninja King God. Be sure to hit that red subscribe button, and give this video a big thumbs up, and share this video to your friends and family. Anyways, Ninja family, enjoy the video.
Hey Elizabeth, today we are going to Dunkin Donuts for breakfast, because I don't feel like cooking anything, so we are going to Dunkin Donuts for breakfast today.
Oh boy, Dunkin Donuts, it's my favorite breakfast place. I can't wait to eat there. Yay 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 yay.
Also Elizabeth, before we leave, I want to tell you this. Please be on your best behavior when we get to the Dunkin Donuts restaurant. If not, you will be on punishment, and be grounded. Got it?
Yes honey, I will be on my best behavior, I promise.
Alright, good. That's what I like to hear. Anyways, let's head to the car, and go to Dunkin Donuts.
When Elizabeth and George reached to the Dunkin Donuts restaurant.
Hello, and welcome to Dunkin Donuts. What would you and your wife like to order?
I would like 3 cinnamon rolls with eggs, a sugar-free coffee, and a glazed donut.
And for me, I would like eggs with some hash browns, a corn muffin, a chocolate coffee, and a pink sprinkle donut. Also, I would like a coloring book too.
Elizabeth, what in the world? There's no way in hell that you are getting a coloring book. You are too old for coloring books. And why in the hell do you want a coloring book for? You are not getting one, Elizabeth.
But George, honey, I really want a coloring book, so I can color while we are waiting for our food, so I want a coloring book.
Honey, you are too old for coloring books, and coloring books is for kids only, not for grown adults. Also Elizabeth, if somebody sees you drawing on a kid's coloring book, they will laugh and make fun of you. So Elizabeth, you are not getting a kid's coloring book.
Oh come on George, I really want a coloring book. I love coloring books so much when I was a little girl, so please let me get a coloring book. I want to color while we are waiting for our food, so please, let me get a coloring book honey, please.
Elizabeth, I understand that you miss your childhood so much, but you have got to move on from that, and like I said, you are not getting a kid's coloring book. Coloring books is for kids only, not for grown adults. You are too old for coloring books honey. Now like I said, you are not getting a kid's coloring book, so the answer is no.
But, I want a coloring book.
Elizabeth, what did I just say? I said no. The answer is no. You are not getting a stupid kid's coloring book. You are not getting one honey. You are a grown lady, not a child or a baby. You are not getting a kid's coloring book, and that is a capital final. Now you better behave yourself, or else we will leave the Dunkin Donuts restaurant, and you will be on punishment. Elizabeth, you better not even think about throwing your baby tantrums. You are too old to be doing that stuff. You better lock that up right now, or else we are leaving.
Please George, I want a coloring book, please let me get one. Whoa 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 whoa, it's not fair. I really want a coloring book, I want it I want it I want it. Whoa. Hey.
Now don't get started with your baby tantrums Elizabeth. And how many times do I have to tell you? You are too old for coloring books. Coloring books is for kids only, not for grown adults. You are freaking 91 years old. You need to act your goddamn age honey. And like I said, you are not getting a stupid kid's coloring book, and that is a capital final. Now you better behave yourself, or else we are leaving, and you will be on punishment, and be grounded. And look, everybody is now looking at us, all because of how loud you screamed.
Whoa 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 whoa. Hey, I want a coloring book, 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 I want a coloring book. Please honey, I want a coloring book, I really want one so bad. Please let me get a coloring book, I want to color while we are waiting for our food. Please let me get a coloring book, please let me get one. I want it, I want it, I want it. Why?
Elizabeth, stop it right now. You are embarrassing us and everybody in the Dunkin Donuts restaurant. Stop with your baby tantrums right now and get up off the floor. And I seriously cannot believe you threw yourself on the ground and kicking and screaming. You are seriously too old to be throwing a baby tantrum. You are freaking 91 years old. Now get up off the floor right now, honey. Also, you are still not getting a coloring book. Because like I said, you are too old for coloring books. Now get up off the floor and behave yourself.
No, I am not gonna stop this tantrums until you let me get a coloring book. Can't you see that I really want a coloring book? I want to color while we are waiting for our food. Please, George, honey, please let me get a coloring book. Please, I really want to color while we are waiting for our food. Let me get a coloring book right now. Please. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey.
Elizabeth, I said, no, you are not getting a stupid kid's coloring book. You are too old for coloring books. Coloring books is for kids only, not for grown adults. You are not getting a kid's coloring book, Elizabeth, and that is a capital final. Now stop asking. I am not gonna keep telling you this. And like I said, if somebody sees you drawing on a kid's coloring book, they will laugh and make fun of you. So you are not getting one, Elizabeth, and that's final. Now stop with your baby tantrums and act your age.
But George, I really want a coloring book. I really want one. I want to color while we are waiting for our food. Is it that complicated? Just let me get a coloring book. I will not stop this tantrums until you let me get one. I want a coloring book. Give it to me right now. I want it, I want it, I want it. Give me a coloring book right now. I'm begging you, honey. Hey.
Honey, you are about to get us kicked out of the Dunkin Donuts restaurant. You better behave yourself and act your age, or else you will be grounded when we get home. And for the last God almighty time, you are not getting a kid's coloring book. You are too old for kids' coloring books. You are not getting one, honey. I told you no a million times. You are not getting a coloring book, Elizabeth. And that is a freaking capital final. End of argument. Also, Elizabeth, no matter how many times you ask me if you can get a stupid kid's coloring book, the answer you are still getting is a big fat no.
Oh, for God's sake, George, I want a coloring book. I want one, I want one, I want one. I want to color while we are waiting for our food. I really want a coloring book so bad. Please let me get a coloring book, honey. Please let me get one. I'm begging you. Please, 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 please.
N-O. Spells no, Elizabeth. I am not gonna keep telling you that you are not getting a stupid kid's coloring book. You are not getting one, honey, and that is a freaking capital final. End of argument.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey. This is so fucking stupid. All I wanted was a coloring book, while we are waiting for our food, that's all. This is really so fucking stupid. I can never always get what I want. And honey, I don't give a shit if anybody makes fun of me. I really don't care. I just want my freaking coloring book. Is it that complicated? Give me my coloring book right now. Please let me get a coloring book. I just want to freaking color while we are waiting for our food. Give me my goddamn coloring book right now, you stupid meanie husband. I want a coloring right now. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey.
Elizabeth, how dare you cuss at me? Don't be swearing at me. And again, honey, you are about to get us kicked out of the Dunkin Donuts restaurant. And for the last time, get up off the floor and act your age. Stop this baby behavior right now. You are freaking 91 years old. You are still not getting a stupid coloring book. You better stop asking me if you can get a kid's coloring book, or else we will leave the Dunkin Donuts restaurant, and you will be grounded.
I don't give a fuck if we get kicked out of the Dunkin Donuts restaurant. I really don't care, honey. For crying out loud, just let me get my coloring book. Please, for God's sake. I want to color while we are waiting for the food. Is it that complicated, honey? I just want to color while we are waiting for our food. That's all. Now give me my coloring book right fucking now. Hey. Wah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey. Jermaine, Babe, this grown old lady is scaring me. Please let's get out of here and go to a different restaurant. She is scaring me. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey.
Ugh, let's just go, babe. Let's go to McDonald's instead. And I don't know why are you acting like a 2-year-old. Let's just leave. God. Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you and your childish wife to leave my Dunkin Donuts restaurant. She is making my customers leave the Dunkin Donuts restaurant, all thanks to her baby tantrums. And we don't tolerate baby behaviors in this restaurant. Now both of you better leave right now before I call the police.
Sir, I am deeply sorry about my wife's childish behavior. She tends to act this way when things don't go her way, and I don't know why does she acts like this. We will be leaving, sir. I am sorry again. Let's go home right now, Elizabeth. You are gonna be so freaking grounded when we get home. Now let's go.
No, I am not leaving until I get my coloring book. I am not leaving, honey. Please let me get my coloring book. Please, I want my coloring book so bad. Let me get it right now. Please, honey. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey.
No, you are not getting anything. I said you are not getting a coloring book. You are not getting anything, Elizabeth. I said we are going home, and if you don't get up off the floor, I will carry you out of the Dunkin Donuts restaurant like a baby. Now get up.
God damn it, George. I want my coloring book right now. Please, for crying out loud, just let me get my coloring book. I want it, I want it, I want it. Please let me get my coloring book, honey. I am not leaving until I get my coloring book. Please let me get a coloring book. Please, 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 please.
N-O. Spells no for the last God almighty time. Elizabeth, I swear to God, if you don't get up off the floor and leave the Dunkin Donuts restaurant with me, I will carry you out of the Dunkin Donuts restaurant like a baby. This is your last chance. Now get the fuck up.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, I just want a fucking coloring book. Is it that complicated, George? Just let me get a coloring book. I want one, I want one, I want one. Give me a fucking coloring book right now, you stupid meanie husband. If you don't let me get a coloring book, I will sue you in court for millions of dollars for not letting me do what I want. I will really sue you, honey. Now, for crying out loud, let me get a freaking coloring book. I want it, I want it, I want it. Hey.
After 3 minutes of Elizabeth throwing a tantrum, everybody was leaving the Dunkin Donuts restaurant because they were having a headache from Elizabeth's baby behaviors. Let's see the part where the people leaves, shall we?
GRRRRRRRRR. I can't eat here anymore. I can't even eat my freaking breakfast because this old lady is acting like a fucking baby. I can't take this anymore. GRRRRRRRRR. Caveman angry. Caveman is leaving. If Caveman sees this old lady again, Caveman will eat her for dinner. Now Caveman is leaving. GRRRRRRRR.
I can't eat here too. I am going to IHOP instead. If I see this childish old lady again too, I will send her to a nursing home, and she should be ashamed of herself, acting like a freaking 2-year-old. Now I am leaving, and going to IHOP. GRRRRRRRRR.
After all the customers left the Dunkin Donuts restaurant, the manager was getting angry too, and has had absolutely enough of childish grandma's baby behaviors. Let's see the part where he kicks them out, shall we?
You, sir, you and your childish old wife will now need to leave my mother freaking Dunkin Donuts restaurant. She made all of my customers leave, all thanks to her baby tantrums. And like I said, we don't tolerate baby behaviors in this Dunkin Donuts restaurant. Both of you are banned for 99 months. Now both of you better get the fuck out of here before I call the police.
Sir, I am deeply sorry about my wife's childish behavior. She tends to act this way when things don't go her way. And like I said too, I don't know why does she act so childish. I am really sorry, sir.
Sorry isn't gonna bring my customers back at my Dunkin Donuts restaurant. And I don't wanna hear it. Get the fuck out of my Dunkin Donuts restaurant right freaking now.
Okay, we are leaving. We are gonna leave the Dunkin Donuts restaurant, I promise. And you know what, Elizabeth? I can't take this shit anymore. You leave me no choice. I am gonna have to carry you to the car like a baby. I can't take this anymore. GRRRRRR.
No. Please don't carry me to the car, George. Please don't do it. I'm so sorry, honey. I'll behave myself. I'll act my age, and act like a grown lady. I promise. Whoa. Hey, put me down, honey. I am not a baby. Put me down right now. I said that I'll behave myself, and act my age, and act like a grown lady. I promise. Just put me down right now. Help. Somebody please help me. My husband is gonna violate me. Help me please. Call the cops on my scary husband. Hey.
Shut the fuck up right now, or else I will divorce your childish ass. Keep your mouth shut. Now we are going home, and just wait until we get back home. You are gonna be so grounded. GRRRRRRRRRRRR.
This is just fucking great. Now that all of my customers are gone, all thanks to that stupid old lady's baby behavior, now I gotta find a way to get my customers back in the Dunkin Donuts restaurant. And I swear to God, if I ever see that old lady again, I will beat her up and break every bones in her body. GRRRRRRGRGRGRGRGRGRGRGR.
Back with Childish Grandma and her husband.
Hey.
Stop your freaking crying, Elizabeth. All this mess that we did at the Dunkin Donuts restaurant, it's all your fault, all of it. So stop crying.
But George, all I wanted was a coloring book at Dunkin Donuts. That's all. I just wanted to color while we were waiting for our food.
And like what I told you, Elizabeth, you are too old for coloring books. And coloring books are for kids only, not for grown adults. Also, if somebody sees you drawing on a kid's coloring book, you will get made fun of and laughed at. But you just don't listen. You need to act your age, Elizabeth. You are freaking 91 years old. You are a grown lady, not a child or a baby. Also, Elizabeth, I cannot believe that you threw yourself on the ground too, and kicking and screaming. You are seriously too old to be doing that stuff. And also, after I carried you out of the Dunkin Donuts restaurant, you were saying some false accusations, saying that I was gonna violate you. I cannot believe you yelled that out loud outside. You could have gotten me arrested. And Elizabeth, this is the most embarrassing thing that you have ever done. You should be ashamed of yourself. What in the hell is the matter with you, honey? GRRRRRR.
Okay, George, honey, I understand that you are so angry at me, and I understand what I did at the Dunkin Donuts restaurant too, and I am really sorry. Can we please go back to the Dunkin Donuts restaurant and get our food, and I'll be fine without the coloring book, and I promise to act my age, and act like a grown lady, I promise.
No, we are not going back. And we are banned there. And your apologies are denied. You know what, Elizabeth? Just stay quiet. I don't want to hear you talk anymore. And when we get home, you will be so grounded.
This is just not fair. I hate my life so much. All I said was that I am sorry for everything that I did at the Dunkin Donuts restaurant. This is just really not fair. This is a very sad day. Hey.
When Elizabeth and George reached back home, George was getting ready to ground Elizabeth. Get ready, Ninja family.
Oh my mother freaking God, Elizabeth, how dare you misbehave at Dunkin Donuts, and get us kicked out and banned there. That's it. You are grounded for 999 years. Go to your room right now and think about what you have done.
Please stop yelling at me, honey. You are scaring me, and please don't send me to my room. I didn't mean to get us kicked out and banned from Dunkin Donuts. All I wanted was a coloring book there. That's all. I'm really sorry, George. Please give me one more chance. I will behave myself, and act my age, and act like a grown lady. I promise.
No, I am not giving you another chance, and I don't care if I am scaring you. And if you don't go to your room, I will file for a divorce. I just don't know why you are so childish and acting like a baby. Also, honey, since you wanna keep acting like a baby, I will continue treating you like a baby.
But I am not a baby.
Well, you are a baby. You are the most childish wife that I have ever married. I will really file for a divorce, honey. Anyways, go to your goddamn room right now. I am not gonna say it again. Go right now, you childish old woman.